Hi, I'm Ben, and I'm an 18.
And I'm Natalie. I'm also an 18. Ben and I were both on the Greece study abroad in 2017, and we were putting together some videos on reasons why you might want to go, might not want to go on the trip. And here are some reasons why you might want to go.
Right. So I guess the first thing and the biggest thing is it's just so different from the average Dartmouth term.
You're going to be, so it's 10 weeks in Greece. You're going to be not in a classroom the entire time, which doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but it's a huge deal. You will never get an experience like that. You're going to be in archaeological sites or in museums. Yeah.
And yeah. So related to that is it's constantly an adventure, really. You spend time in 3 different countries, and it's somewhere new and fun basically every day.
Yeah, there's a lot of travel. You're on the road, so you're seeing incredible things, not just from the bus. You're exploring really in the outdoors. You're not just like standing at an archaeological site that's on the outskirts of a town. These are sites that are out in the mountains, out in the wilderness. You're really getting to explore the countryside in addition to seeing the cities. So you really feel like every day is a new adventure.
Yeah. And it's in general kind of worth it because it's just such a cool place to be. You've got an amazing countryside. It's almost distracting from the actual what you're there to look at, just how gorgeous the scenery is. Um, the sights themselves, though, are fantastic. You walk over a hill and oh, there's a palatial complex. Wow.
And when we're seeing these sites, lots of times we're getting to go behind the scenes in a way that you normally, like if you were just traveling Greece by yourself, you would not be able to. We got to go inside the Parthenon, which was incredible, and just a lot of really magical places that the average person does not get to see. Also, following up to what Ben was saying about the scenery, the weather is also fantastic. I think it rained twice in 10 weeks. It's like beautiful and sunny pretty much every day. Yeah, it's a good place to be.
Very good place to be. And then even when you're not studying, you've also got fantastic food options. Greek food is pretty stellar. And then in addition to getting to know Greece, you also get to know the people you're with really, really well. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, the group tends to be pretty small. I think under 20 always. Ours was 11.
Yeah.
And you're with these people all day, and you're traveling with these people. You're staying in hotels with these people, so you really are getting to know them. And for me, I didn't know about half the people on my trip when I started. So they're people that I wouldn't have met otherwise. People I became really good friends with. Yeah.
Yeah. And then that extends as well to some extent to the professors, which is really cool. On the average day at Dartmouth, if I want to talk to one of my professors, I have to send them an email, wait for a response, schedule an appointment in office hours, walk across campus, and I get about an hour with them. But
Maybe.
maybe. But on the FSP, if I need to talk to my professor about basically whatever, but about the term materials, something like that, I walk down the hall, knock on the door, and if they have a minute, we talk about whatever topic it is.
I mean, and that's even if, I mean, half the time they're already with you. So it's just literally like turning to the person next to you. I would say you also get to know them on a non-academic level. It's not just the proximity, it's the fact that these are people that are kind of guiding you and you're like living with. So it's definitely a different kind of relationship.
Oh yeah. Then, well, that can be great. It's also really nice that you will have time at the end of the day to sit down and think by yourself to some extent. Just look back at the day kind of reflect, wrap up personally, and just really get the most out of everything.
Yeah, there's it's like a lot of personal reflection time. Part of that comes with the travel too. It's a lot of time when you're moving from site to site, like quiet moments on the bus when you can kind of just like reflect on what you've learned. Maybe we always talk about for the seniors or the people going into their senior year, it's a chance to maybe think about what do you want to actually like get out of this? What do you want to do with your life? And that's something that I think you really don't get at Dartmouth, or this was a little bit more forced, like there was an opportunity to do that. Where at Dartmouth, I think people usually don't take that time.
Yeah, very true. Then in those moments when you're kind of thinking about yourself, you also get a chance to really take advantage of the fact that you are living in modern Greece, studying ancient Greece as an American, or an American student anyway, and you can learn so much about those cultures and your own culture just by what's different between what you're studying and what you are and what's the same.
Yeah, absolutely. You really, your understanding of culture, I think, really changes. Especially my own. I think for most people on the trip, that was their first time not living in the United States, like not living in the culture that they're currently living in, and kind of having that chance to look back and reflect was something I wasn't expecting to get out of the trip, but was really meaningful.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the biggest things that I felt. Then, I guess related to that, more things to take home is just all of the ludicrous number of skills that you learn.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we already talked about how you're in a group the entire time. In addition to your small group that you're traveling with, we split into even smaller groups and do a lot of group work. Really work on your interpersonal skills, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
We do a lot of like small presentations, and then just it's a lot of information to synthesize. So really work on developing your critical thinking.
And just about everything we do is about as hands-on as you can get.
Oh, for sure.
So you get very good at working with something that is put in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool. And then, of course, on the Ancient Greece FSP, you learn a lot about ancient Greece.
More than I thought I could possibly learn in 10 weeks.
So much more.
Yeah, you don't even realize at the end of the day like how much you've learned until you're like sitting in bed and you're like, oh my God. Just so much is thrown at you. But I think everyone really surprises themselves with how much you can learn in a term. No other term at Dartmouth comes close.